Okay, guys, we have a lot more listings nationally on the market than we've had in many years. And what that means is that there's going to be a lot more expired listings because we're also seeing a drop in pending sales. So pending sales are a little soft. We're about 3.94 million sales we're going to hit this year, kind of very similar to what we had last year, all due to interest rates, right? As interest rates kind of hover right here at 6.5%, they've been very stable this year, about 6.5, 6.75. We're going to see this sales rate probably continue and persist. When interest rates fall, there'll be a big surge back into the market. But right now, what this is going to translate to is more expired listings. So if you're an agent who's looking for more listings, I want you to start to turn your attention to expired listings because there's going to be a rise of them, especially coming off of summer and coming into more of a winter market, a fall and winter market. So with expired listings, what can you do to really have conversation and engage these potential sellers? Here's what I'm going to recommend. The number one strategy you can have with expired listings is to be working with an active buyer. Okay, we all have active buyers. You take your active buyer and you use that active buyer every single time to farm three key categories. You're going to farm what neighborhood they want to be in. So you're going to use that as a tool to go out there and talk to all those neighbors in that neighborhood, see if they have an interest in selling. 1 in 20, at the very minimum, 5% of that neighborhood has an interest in selling. Then the second category we're going after is for sale by owners. We're using that as a tool, that active buyer as a tool to start conversations with for sale by owners in that category they're looking for. And number three, the most missed opportunity is expired listings. If I call an expired listing and I say, hey, I see your listing went expired this morning. Are you interviewing, new agents for the job of selling your home? That will work. And I've taken a lot of listings as a result. But here's a better script. If I say, hey, my name is Jim Remley, I'm with ABC Real Estate. I see your listing expired about 30 days ago. Listen, I'm not calling you to ask for your listing. First of all, I'm going to take their defenses right down. Oh, why are you calling? Well, the reason I'm calling is actually I'm working with a buyer, qualified, great buyers. We've been looking in this neighborhood and we just haven't found what they like. We've looked at a lot of things, they just nothing quite checked all the boxes, which is why I reached out and I did some research and I saw you had a listing. That might be something that they might be interested in. Would you be open to an offer at this point on your home if you had a qualified buyer? This conversation is completely different than most realtors' kind of line of attack, right? So having that conversation, they may say yes, they may say no. They say no, hey, no problem, totally understand. Can I ask you, why do you think the home didn't sell first time out? And they're going to give you all the reasons, and most of the reasons are going to be centered on their agent. They're going to throw their agent under the bus. Well, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Listen, if you're curious about why the home really didn't sell in the market, I know you got your ideas. I'd love to give you a little, what I call an expired listing analysis. 17 questions I ask you, and it's just kind of a worksheet we'll work through. And I'll guarantee you it'll really pinpoint what went wrong. Even if you're not listing today, even if you're going to list a year from now, 2 years from now, it will give you a really good kind of roadmap for getting your listing really dialed in and choosing the right agent the next time. If you're interested, I'm happy to shoot that over to you so you have a copy of it. So there's a lot of ways we can use our tools. So that tool, that expired listing analysis, is something that we have on the Path Performance Coaching program that we have. But give it some thought of using your active buyers as a reason to make contact. Just that strategy alone will unlock 2, 3, 4, 5 sales for you in the next 12 months. I guarantee it. So guys, you want more ideas, you want access to the expired listing analysis and literally hundreds of lead generation strategies, join us over at eRealEstateCoach. Check out the Path Performance Coaching. It's only $1 for your first month and then super affordable after that. One of the most affordable coaching programs literally in the country. Love to have you check it out and join us. Have a great day. Good selling.